I think there's a kind of magic in the idea that the real world is just a thin veneer over the real world. This is an idea that a lot of games have capitalized on in the past. And the game, which is lurking right now underneath this cardboard package, knows this full well. Inside this package is the print on demand version of Liminal. Liminal, written by Paul Mitchener, is a take on a very dark world in which mystical creatures and magic and shapeshifters and violence and mystery all compete, all hide, all live on the hidden, blurred edges of what normal people might think of as the real world. While games of the occult, of the supernatural, are often complicated or set themselves up to be one long chain of book after book after book revealing secrets, Liminal advertises itself as one book, which enables you to frame your mysterious world and explore this dark, mysterious, and evocative place quite simply using a 2d6 mechanic. Let's take a look at it. The core mechanic, quite simply, is roll 2d6 and add a skill level. That sounds familiar if you've explored a lot of games. So roll 2d6 and add your skill level. There are bonuses that you will get from traits, and you're trying to exceed a target number called the challenge level. If you exceed the challenge level by enough, you'll have a critical success. This is if you exceed your number by 5 or more. If you roll double ones, then you're going to have additional complication from failure. The game builds upon the idea of failing forward and includes resources so that if the player chooses to take the risk, they may invest their character's will in improving success or overcoming failure. As you can see, the game is visually striking, and although this is only a print-on-demand version, it's still capable of grabbing your attention with its art alone. So much so that I find myself considering getting an offset press version, which, as I understand it, are available through Modiphius now. Liminal is familiar in many ways, particularly if you've explored darkened worlds before. And yet it leaves a lot of room for you to personalize the game, to bring it into your sense of a modern world which, underneath its surface appearances, has many sometimes unpleasant but sometimes wondrous things going on. It's very distinctly set in the UK, and that brings certain other fictions to mind, such as Neverwhere and An American Werewolf in London. Yet, right from the very first cover image, we are reminded that even in the darkness, even in places of supernatural horror or unfathomable mysteries, we can bind together with friends, with people who understand our struggles, what the game refers to as a crew, to deal with what is ahead of them. And there are many messages in this cover. It may look at first like a group of young people standing in a river looking at a deep and mysterious forest, and yet if you look closely at the reflections in the water, the game, the image, Liminal, is trying to tell you something. In its 6x9 format, Liminal runs over 280 pages, giving you setting, giving you bestiary, giving you game master advice, giving you magic, giving you types of supernatural creature, liminals to play, talking about the crews and the challenges they face. The game walks you through easily, slowly, from the beginning to the end, so that you can prepare your exploration of this supernatural version of the UK in the modern nights. The world isn't what you think it is. Life isn't what you think it is, but your crew, that's what you make of it.